now.
The beat is
and I'll tell you about the day. I listen to world this yours. And I'm like, this ain't talking like this. So whoever you think is the best, they not making the world is yours. They're not making If I Rule the World. They're not making Juicy. They're not making Warner. They're not making Sky's the Limit. They're not doing it. They're not making Can't Act the Hustle. They're not making The Evil. They're not making Pop. They're not making it. No disrespect. I'm a rapper. I'm not making it.
These biting my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough. What you get that pure dough. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. You get that pure dough.
It's me, the handsome, back with another episode of Verse for Verse.
Yes, sir.
And
back in
this segment is called What's Beef? Pause.
Beef.
You know what I'm saying? And this is where we're going to talk about our favorite diss records.
Facts.
There's been a lot of them. There's been a lot of disrespect. There's been a lot of bars, a lot of personal stuff going on. People is talking about people's wives. People are dying. All types of things, you know. And we don't think people should be killing each other, keep it on wax. But, you know, if you going to talk crazy sometimes, you got to know who you're talking to.
And I think it's crazy. I think that, so in the beginning, I think the rap dissing started to stop niggas from trying to kill each other or whatever. But I think over time now it turned to a thing where people that don't even got no real problems could start rap dissing and then end up wanting to kill each other. It's like it's switched around, kind of.
Yeah.
Like you had it started from like gangs back in the day. They battle rap so that they wouldn't fight and kill each other. And
I think you know we talk about it a lot. I think a lot of people talk like back in the days it was just a certain respect people had. You know, you understood where you would keep it. Whether it was real beef in real life, they say leave the women and the kids alone. You know what I mean? It's just certain things you didn't do back in the days. Once it's here, we just keep it here. I think as we get older, we got a new generation of kids and stuff. They just, everything goes. They don't care. They don't follow any rules. There's no more street rules. You got people snitching, you know, back in the days, you know, everything. It's just no more rules out here.
Yeah, it's just get it however you could get it and whatever.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't gonna say I get it, but because I know at my big age, I won't kill somebody over disrespecting me in a rap. That's crazy. They could say anything, you know, we have dead family members, they could talk about them. It's like, okay, they're dead, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna kill you over that, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of if it may hurt that you're saying it, but you know, I think just as a grown-up, you learn how to deal with words. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're just words. As long as you don't put your fingers on me, your hands, your toes, you know what I mean? Your feet.
Keep your appendages to yourself.
That's it. We straight, man.
Yep.
But so let's get this started, man, because I got to talk about, listen, this is one of my favorite rappers right here, man. He's in my top 5. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody else say. It's funny that we're doing this because I just seen a clip. I don't know if you've seen it, Seth. A clip is going about Jim Jones talking about how is this guy in the top 50 best rappers. He doesn't belong there. He hasn't done enough. Like, either when you're in the top 50, men want to be like you and women want to bone you, he's saying. Jim Jones is saying this about this guy. How do you feel about that?
So, you know, shout to Jim Jones, because, you know, capo, he do his thing. But
my bad. And he goes on to say, I would put people like Big Sean above him.
Which is cool, but why is it necessary in this day and age for somebody to, if somebody gets an accolade, so I don't know how this came about. You say you saw a clip, so did somebody come to him and say, hey, how do you feel about?
Nope.
Yeah,
they mentioned in 50.
I don't like that.
Right. And I mean, because I watched the clip on Joe Budden's podcast, and then I ended up going to find the actual clip, and he was like, yeah. And it just really sounded like some hater shit. Like, it was crazy.
Like that,
and which makes it even crazier is because you couldn't, you know what I mean? Jimmy, you could never.
But even in that, so he might not ever be. See, I don't think he could ever crack the top 50 or top whatever hundreds of MCs or whatever. But he has a place in hip hop. He's a Dipset nigga.
Facts.
They changed the face of hip hop forever. The Dipset movement was like, so people respect that in the same way niggas would give you your flowers, and he wouldn't want nobody to say, but you know, who's that nigga? It's the same way, let niggas get the whatever they get, let them get it. It's not stopping you from getting nothing. Do he think that by this dude being on the, it edged him out? He's 51 now.
Nah, I'll speak on what I heard them talking about on the show. You know what I mean? Because Joe Buttons asked, like, you know, what his co-host think or whatever, and one of them was like, you know, I feel him. Then another one was like, you know what I mean, I think he's doing this New York base. You know, as a New York guy, you feel like they gotta do some extra stuff. But then niggas was like, nah, that can't be it. It doesn't make sense. It sounds like hater stuff, because it's like, it's one thing to say, I don't think he belongs in the 50. But then it's another thing to say, people like Big Sean is ahead of him, I think. You know what I mean? When you start saying too much, then you start sounding like you just hating on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I think the fact that, you know, he bodied Drake with this record like
you
this.
Tell him who you talking about.
We talking about Pusha T, in case you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And the diss song that I'm going to talk about is The Story of Adidon.
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Drake.
Yeah, man. You know, we show love. You know what I'm saying? Drake, you got a legendary diss record. You know what I'm saying? That joint you did back to back with Meek was crazy. Hit record type shit.
For real.
But yeah, man, I think, you know what I mean, like I said, when it comes to rap, like, I'm so happy to hear that he got this 50 best rappers, because you know, like I said, he's in my top 5.
I think in all of ours, and you know, shout to James Rich, he ain't hit that. That's his guy.
Yeah,
he's one of James Rich's guys. So
you know what I mean, so it's just it's very dope to hear that, and you know, now to be doing this. So we're gonna get into this diss record right here, but let's talk about how it started, right?
Yeah.
I think we go back first off from what I heard, like this, you know, like I said, I followed Push for a long time. He starts off saying, you know, Lil Wayne started wearing Bape a long time ago. They was wearing Bape first. They asked Lil Wayne about where he got, like, where he started wearing these clothes from or whatever. The Clips been wearing it. And he was like, nah, they can't do nothing for me. They can't show me nothing. Like, So then they made Mr. Me Too dissing, you know, Lil Wayne.
Fire song.
Facts. You know what I mean? And I didn't know that was a diss record till after the fact.
Yeah,
you know what
I
mean?
didn't at first either. I thought it was just a fire song.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Which makes it even more like when you know, oh shit, yeah.
So then, you know, fast forward, he doesn't like how Lil Wayne is being treated at Cash Money. He makes other records speaking, because Lil Wayne talks about how rich he is, but you know, he signed to one nigga who signed to another nigga that signed. It's like, you guys are not really bosses. I don't know if he's ever been talking about Lil Wayne looking, you know, not rich or not, but you know, he says that's, you know, a lot of people say that's baby's money. You know what I mean? So then, you know, Drake steps in. You know, Lil Wayne put Drake on.
You got to go to war for your people.
You know what I mean? So he said a couple things about Pusha and the Clips here and there about, you know, the drugs he talks about selling, you know, this and that.
Put itself in traffic.
You know what I'm saying? So
Push ran in
at
there
the end of his album, Daytona, he makes the song Infrared, where he talks about Drake not writing his raps. You know, that'll probably be a diss record we'll put on here one day, so I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But then he hangs the bait. He throws the bait like this, because it wasn't saying his name, but we know who he's talking about. Drake then responds with Duppy freestyle or whatever, Duppy, which was it didn't hit. And then Pusha got you right where he wanted you. Pause. And then he drops The Story of Adidon.
The whole bag on you, yeah.
And this is how he starts it. Drug dealing aside, ghostwriting aside, let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why. Your music for the past years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home front, I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one.
Okay, all right, hold on. Yo,
what's wrong with Push.
Yeah, hold on.
He's a maniac. He's a maniac.
So
Wow.
you started off right by saying there was a time where the niggas understood that there was certain there was certain boundaries. So this nigga just started right off the rip. And who's Dennis Graham?
That's his father. That's Drake's father.
He called his father.
Dennis Graham.
Talking about the bitch. In the first 4 bars or something like.
Yeah, that's about right.
This is what he's doing.
And I mean, this is the thing, right?
Oh man,
this is the thing. I think
Dennis Graham. If you like being on the Instagram, I don't see a problem.
And Pusha was very calculated in this move. You know what I mean? He waited for this. I think. You know how he starts off drug dealing aside, ghostwriting aside. Like that's his first line, the first bar of the song. Drug dealing aside.
Let's move the obvious things off the table.
Facts.
You want to try to talk about my fake drug dealing? I'm gonna talk about your fake songwriting. Let's move that out.
Right. Let's get off of
Let's get the brass tacks.
Yes. Let's talk about let's have a heart to heart about your pride.
Let's get the brass tacks.
Oh my God. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides a pie. I spoke about that earlier. He spoke about that with Wayne, speaking about that. Actually, I think Jay spoke about that with Wayne. He said that baby's money. That's baby's money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, all right.
And it's crazy though, because then later on, like as time, people started kind of like standing up, and then he went through a whole. Yeah, he went.
Ross
through
said something about baby.
Trying to get free from the money, and he was owed so much of money and all this type of stuff.
And that's why, I ain't gonna say, too much, but Push, you're my guy, for real. This the camera, you're my guy. I'm a Push fan. You know what I'm saying? He goes, your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home front, I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing.
Damn, Dennis.
Hold on.
He's on his dad. Pause.
And we have to talk about that. You know what I mean? When we talk about this battle, Drake started with the
wife.
Right. He talked about Virginia. And so, you talk about him getting married like it's a bad thing. He said your dad walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing. Oh man, he said marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place. Sandy, that's his mother now. He's over here talking about Sandy and Dennis.
Moms
calling them by their first names. Oh man.
Disrespect. And not even ever saying your dad this or he ain't even giving them that respect.
Facts.
Jeez, Push.
Then he goes into monkey suit Dennis, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit nigga made him. Confused? Always felt you wasn't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough. Yikes.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, man.
Push, you are a different type of animal, and I love it. So now this is the thing. When we talk about battles, not for nothing, I want to shout out Staten Island right now because you may not have seen it. But there's this dude, MH Zeus, I believe his name, Young Zeus. He made a diss record. He did the How to Rob joint.
Okay.
And he's dissing everybody on Staten Island. Like
that's
I'm talking,
how you get it. That's how you get it spicy again.
But when I say everybody, I mean people that don't even rap. Like he's mentioning engineers, videographers, people that sell food and drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I want to say is, the thing about this record that I love is like, if you do mention me, right? Not you, but if somebody mentions me in a rap battle, I'm gonna take it all the way there. You know what I mean? Like nothing is off limits at this point. Like I'm gonna make sure you understand, right? I want you to understand like this battle rap stuff is different when you from that grain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to battle rap, then yeah, we gonna talk. We gonna talk about everything that we need to talk about. And so I just appreciate what Push has done on this joint. You know what I mean? Like he brought it to his parents.
Yeah, but you said he crossed the line first.
Yes,
which took the gloves off.
You talk about my wife.
If he didn't bring that personal part into it, Pusha probably would have kept it. your ghost write songs, you know,
Maybe.
your flow is weak, you this, that, and the third.
Because we didn't get to the other
Oh yeah,
part.
nah, yeah,
we didn't get to that
but
part.
the line has been crossed.
Yes,
so he said,
that's what he
once
said.
the gloves is off,
The gloves
you can't
is
have
off.
one glove on.
Facts.
It's up and you know it is what it is.
He said,
I know what you're talking
monkey
about.
suit Dennis, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit nigga made him.
Yikes.
Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough. Since you name dropped my fiance, let him know who you chose as your Beyonce. Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved, it's deeper than rap. We talking character. Let's keep with the facts. You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing Border Patrol. Ooh!
So I about to say, and then with his voice and the way he accent the rap, it was when he said that line though. You are hiding a child. When he said that shit,
I tried to get it
came
off
out
like
of
him a little
nowhere.
bit. Facts.
Like he was talking
You
about
are
some
hiding a child.
Yes,
Let that
shit-
boy come home.
That shit came
Deadbeat motherfucker playing
crazy.
Border Patrol. Ooh!
And then off of that, all of a sudden he tried to do like a campaign.
Yeah, this
using his,
that
he tried
was
to
the
make it
whole.
right.
You know, it's foul because you know Push.
He tried to make it spoiled all this shit, son.
Push is different, man. Like, you know, he's so connected.
tapped in, yeah.
Right, he's so connected.
So he knew what was going on.
He's already had sneakers with Adidas and stuff. He's really in them rooms, you know. Pharrell, he got I forgot his manager's name. I forgot his name. But his guy, you know, they do big things over there. So it's like, I know what's going on here. You're not gonna run a press run to bring your child out, the Adidon, because it's Adonis and Adidas. Now Drake couldn't even do it. He couldn't do it because it would have looked terrible. This is how you want to show us your child, by making some money off of him in this Adidas press run.
Stunt, word.
That's
Publicity
crazy.
stunt.
But I just got to go back a little bit when he says, "You name drop my fiance. Let him know who you chose as your Beyonce."
Son, when they say you gotta watch how you throwing stones if you live in a glass house.
That's crazy.
Or paper mache house.
That's crazy. He talked about his wife.
Knowing
Meanwhile,
that
he had a baby with a porn star, naked woman.
yeah, son.
And then
you can't make this shit up. Like
and you
the-
know,
like
like
the
I just
OGs
like
used to
lines
say.
like this. You know, normally we talk about our favorite lines and stuff. He said, "Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her." Like, bro, because you know, I'm sure it happened. You know what I mean?
what he talking about.
Yeah, it's like, you know, he knew he had a baby with this girl. He probably went to her like, all right, we got to make your IG look like
Yep.
you're not this porn star woman. Make you look nice.
So get the stylist in place, get the
Right.
publicist, boom. You know, get this looking right because we're gonna release and they're gonna say, look at her. So let's erase all of that we can, but you can't because
But like they say, you can take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl.
or the porn.
There you go. You can take the porn out the girl. You can't take the porn. You can take the girl
Off the porn.
but
Can't
take the porn out the girl.
'Cause you
Yikes. Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. Oh, man. And he says, "You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing Border Patrol. Ooh, Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby. Respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star. Let her be your world. Yeah. How dare you put yay in my verses? I'm selfish. I want all of the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches. Me versus 3 hearses. If we all go to hell, it'll be worth it. Already in line with the greats. And on that same note, the only ones I chase are 2 ghosts. Still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40 hunched over like he 80.
Son. But do you see how it's almost like he's a battle rapper because
Yes.
his punchlines or like his attacks, they come from out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts going down a whole lane.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, your dad is this and your mom and your dad, you got a child. Like he just comes out of nowhere, bang. So then now he's like, yeah, you know, me and you we're battling and your baby's mother and this and that. Then he be like, your man 40 is about to die. Like he just be like, yo, and you know, again, this ain't our, you know, we just delivering this. This ain't ours. That man is masterful.
I mean, listen, I think anybody who hears this record should understand how great Pusha is. Like he addressed so many things. He rebutted things that Drake spoke about. You know what I mean? Like when like I said, we're big battle rap guys. You know what I mean? There's certain things that are fire. Like they say when you get into a battle, knowing people are gonna say things about you, you have to write rebuttals or like you have to already
facts
write.
It's chess, not
expecting
seconds.
them to say certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he didn't even have to hear. I mean, he heard his verse already, and he said, "All right, let's talk about that. Let's get rid of that, and now let's talk about this."
Son.
You know what I mean? Like let's push that. Let's push my wife to the side and talk about your baby mother. Let's push my baby mother, also my wife, who I'm married, and talk about you not being married and your baby mother. Let's talk about that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But yeah, he keeps going. What he said. I gotta go back a little bit. He says, "The only ones I chase are two ghosts, still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40 hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick.
Son.
How much time he got? That man is sick, sick, sick. I got the devil flow, nigga. 666, surgical summer with it. Snip, 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 and you don't really want it with him." Boy.
You know that a diss track is effective when the conversations after it start being about how it's not right or unfair
Facts.
that a person said certain things.
That's a fact.
Like even we ain't gonna get into the Jay, the Nas, and whatever. When he did the Super Ugly, and then people start talking about, oh, it's not fair. When you get to that point, it's like, come on, son. Like, what are we doing here?
And
what are we doing? Are we,
are we battling or are we not
we
battling?
cool? Yeah.
Right.
What
Like I didn't like. You know what I mean? And listen. Yes, I'm a Push fan. So in his defense, I always want to speak on these things. Like all he's doing is speaking on things that he sees as a rapper.
Son.
This is what we do. So, you could say, don't talk about me, but it's like I'm rapping. I'm what they call it? It's like the news, the hood news.
Facts.
You know what I mean? What's going on? And I'm seeing what's happening in the rap game. Let me tell y'all what I see.
Niggas tell a nigga, if you don't like your truth, change your truth. Like,
Facts.
Change your truth.
Facts.
I'm just saying, this is what you do. If that's bad, then maybe you should do something else.
Yeah, man.
I can dig it.
And so I just want to say, it's just like when you talk about Super Ugly, he said, you was kissing when you was kissing that bitch. But meanwhile, Nas said on his dick sucking lips.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
gay and all that.
Right. It's like, man, these I'm sure sometimes, I mean, I can't speak for all, but I'm sure a lot of us rappers and Pusha has said it. It's like, you mentioned my wife. The gloves is off. So at that point, don't tell me that I can't say certain things. You don't talk about my family. You know what I mean? Like I said,
you shot at a pedestrian.
Yes.
We
Come
was
on,
doing street shit.
Come on, man.
We
all I was doing was rapping about what the whole world knows. You know what I mean? You got caught, Quentin Miller sending you these songs, and you wasn't writing stuff. You took it personal, and you decided to shoot at my wife. Mm-hmm. Now I'm shooting at OVO 40 hunched over like he 80.
Yeah,
now I'm shooting at Sophie Knows Better.
That man.
Now I'm shooting at Dennis Graham and Sandy. Oh man, listen. We went far, Seth. That's all we could do today.
Yeah.
This is verse for verse. What's beef? Pause. You know what I mean? We going to get a lot more segments on on these diss records. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
All of that, and
tell
let
us
know
y'all favorite diss record.
What's your favorite diss record?
Because I got a few of them up my sleeve. I can't wait. You know what I mean? James Rich should be back, with the next one we do. So, you know what I mean? We gonna talk, y'all.
Word.
It's me, Handsome, here with Big U. We out of here, baby.
Yo.
Biting my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough. What you get that pure dough. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Did you get that pure dough?